Welcome back to setting up the Power BI dashboard for the Centre of Excellence in a Dataverse for Teams environment, part 7.3. Yeah, 0.3. I apologise, but just for completeness, I want to now, we opened up the template, we did what we needed to do, we published it to the Power BI service, and now we're going to put it effectively in its final resting place to be consumed. So we're going to come into Teams, we're going to click on Teams in the left. We're going to come into our Centre of Excellence team that we created at the very beginning, and we're now going to add in and search for Power BI. We're going to select Power BI. If you followed the last video, we placed it within our default My Workspace, and you'll notice that the name of it has adopted that of the local PBIX file we saved. So in hindsight, I might have named this differently, but you would no doubt be able to change it after the fact by going to app.powerbi.com and changing it there. But the name's not bad, so we'll click on it. I might just put spaces in there, assuming it allows me to. Although I am wondering why I don't have the save option. So again, we'll troubleshoot the reason for this. Could just be a time thing, and we'll resume once we have the answer. One thing I did want to actually show whilst we're scratching our head on not being able to add it via the expected method is that if we come to app.powerbi.com, expand the workspace that you published the dashboard to, and if you click on data sets and data flows, because this is a manual refresh, I believe, you would want to schedule the refresh to occur daily. So if we come into here, expand scheduled refresh, although I'm just going to click edit empty. You see, I'm conscious the whole time I'm doing this of my licensing, and that's actually making my life more difficult. Let's just sign in first. We'll now do, so we'll do it daily. I'll just apply this, and the main thing we're looking for is that if we come back into our data sets, that we do have a next refresh time. So it's going to manually do it on our behalf, basically, as opposed to a direct query method. So with that being said, let's come back in here, and I'm just going to try one more time, although I don't think it's going to work, but there is an alternative way we could achieve the same thing. I'm sure I've just done something so obvious. Obviously, if you know how to combat this, then just do what you need to do. Because at first I was thinking, is it because it's a dashboard as opposed to a report? But when you look in the Power BI service, it's actually a report. So I'm thinking what I'm actually going to do is go to the report. I probably will circle back to this. I'm going to click on Share, then Teams, because as is the beauty with all things Microsoft, there's normally more than one way of doing something. We'll sign in. I'll try and locate our Centre of Excellence team, General Channel, and I'm going to click Share. Although, watch this just be a chat message post now. So we'll come out of here. Yeah, and it is. Although it has launched it within the Power BI app in Teams. So you could pin that. And that would allow us to still work within Teams. But let's try and take a step further. Because my other idea was, and I don't know if it's going to like this, but we could copy this link and we could try and add it as a web. Let's just call it dashboard. Yeah, I think because of how the nature of that URL, it actually wants to open up in the Power BI app in Teams. Whereas if we took the URL, let's just see if I can get it as a copy link. Go to the tab options, settings, save. We could add it in that way. Although the better experience would be to do the Power BI tab. Maybe if I did it as an app, it would work. I'll come back to that, but you can see there's still ways and means, and I'm sure I'm just missing a trick. But for the sake of this video, we've gone through, we've hooked up the Power BI template that the starter kit gives you. We've ensured that it's bringing in the data with the flows running, and then we're basically putting it in a place where it can be consumed by whoever needs to consume it. But worst case scenario is and due to probably the audience that would look at it in this detail, I think it would be perfectly acceptable to either just do it in the Power BI app within Teams or directly within the Power BI service in the cloud. Thank you for watching.